Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Wickman, and this is the orientation film for Station 5 of the Dharma Initiative. Station 5, or the Pearl, is a monitoring station where the activities of participants in Dharma Initiative projects can be observed and recorded, not only for posterity, but for the ongoing refinement of the initiative as a whole. As Karen DeGroot herself has written, careful observation is the only key to true and complete awareness. Your tour of duty in the Pearl will last 3 weeks, and during this time you and your partner will observe a psychological experiment in progress. Your duty is to observe team members in another station on the island. These team members are not aware that they are under surveillance, or that they are the subjects of an experiment. Working in 8-hour shifts, you and your partner will record everything you observe in the notebooks we provided. What is the nature of the experiment, you might ask? What do these subjects believe they are accomplishing as they struggle to fulfill their tasks? You, as the observer, don't need to know. All you need to know is the subjects believe their job is of the utmost importance. Remember, everything that occurs, no matter how minute or seemingly unimportant, must be recorded. Each time a notebook is filled with the fruits of your diligent observation, roll it up. There we go. There's one of the containers provided. Then, simply place the container in the pneumatic tube, and presto. It will be transported directly to us. At the end of your 8-hour shift, proceed to the Pala ferry, which will take you back to the bergs. Prepare for your next. On behalf of the DeGroots, Oliver Hanso, and all of us here at the Dharma Initiative, thank you. Namaste, and good luck. Hello, I'm Dr. Edgar Halifax. This is the orientation film for Station 6 of the Dharma Initiative. As you've no doubt surmised, Station 6, or the Orchid, is not a botanical research unit. The unique properties of this island have created a kind of Casimir effect, allowing the Dharma Initiative to conduct unique experiments in both space and time. This is the vault, constructed adjacent to a pocket of what we believe to be negatively charged exotic matter. Great care must be taken to avoid leaving inorganic materials inside the chamber. The electromagnetic energy within the island can be highly volatile and unpredictable. Now, for your own safety and the safety of those around you, metallic objects must never be placed within the vault. In our first demonstration, we will attempt to shift the test subject 100 milliseconds ahead in 4-dimensional space. For the briefest of moments, the animal will seem to disappear. But in reality, I'll never get used to wearing makeup.
You look great. It takes away the shine.
Who cares if I shine? I'm a scientist. I'm not a...
Turn the rabbit around, please. Got it.
Hello, I'm Dr. Edgar Halifax, and this is the orientation film for Station 6 of the Dharma Initiative. As you've no doubt surmised, Station 6, or the Orchid, is not a botanical research. We apologize for asking you to deceive your family and colleagues. This is, of course, in the interest of their own security. The unique properties of this island created a kind of Casimir effect, allowing us to... The field you have been selected to study is highly volatile and potentially dangerous. But over the next few minutes, we will demonstrate the elaborate safety measures that have been put in place to ensure that... The hell?
Hey, what is that? What's going on?
Oh God, it's 15!
The hell? Don't let them near each other. When did you set the shift?
Negative 20.
How long?
9 minutes, but we're still learning.
Why is that still running?
You told me to keep the camera running.
Turn it off. Turn it off!
I'm Alvar Hanso. If you're watching this film, you already know and have worked with Gerald and Karen de Groot, founders and masterminds of the Dharma Initiative. By now, you also know there are many research goals for our joint venture. What you may not know is why we have assembled the Dharma Initiative, why we have assembled the brightest minds in the world and given them unlimited funds and access. As with all you have already been told, you are bound by your honor and commitment to keep what you are about to hear a secret. In a few weeks, after your induction counseling and survival training, you and your colleagues will be shipped to a top-secret facility. The precise location of the facility is known only to myself, the de Groots, and a few high-ranking members of my organization. Why all the security? All the secrecy? The answer is simple. Your research is intended to do nothing less than save the world as we know it. In 1962, only 20 years ago, the world came to the brink of nuclear war. The United States and the Soviet Union almost fulfilled the promise of mutual assured destruction, a promise they continue to foster through a destructive Cold War. After the Cuban Missile Crisis, both nations decided to find a solution. The result was the Valenzetti equation, commissioned under the highest secrecy through the UN Security Council. The equation is the brainchild of the Italian mathematician Enzo Valenzetti. It predicts the exact number of years and months before humanity extinguishes itself, whether through nuclear fire, chemical and biological warfare, conventional warfare, pandemic, overpopulation. His results are chilling, and attention must be paid. Valenzetti gave numerical values to the core environmental and human factors in his equation. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, and 42. Only by manipulating the environment, by finding scientific solutions to all of our problems, will we be able to change those core factors and give humanity a chance to survive. Although the equation has been buried by those who commissioned it, panic. It has always been my belief that we ignore warnings at our own peril, and thus the Dharma Initiative was born. Dharma is an acronym for Department of Heuristics and Research on Material Applications. It also stands for the one true way. And through your research, you will help humanity. We have constructed several stations on the island, underground laboratories with the facilities you'll need to do your research with optimal expediency. All of the support you will need, including regular medicine and food drops, will be made in perpetuity. A radio transmitter has also been erected on the island, broadcasting in a frequency and encryption known only to us. The transmitter will only broadcast the core numerical values of the Valenzetti equation. When, through your research, you manage to change the numerical value of any one of these factors, when you have created through science that we will know that the one true way has been found. That is the work to which you have committed yourself. Change the core values of the Valenzetti equation, and you will change the course of destiny. The fate of the human race is in your hands. Thank you, and Namaste.
Hello. My name is Dr. Marvin Candle, and You know what? Forget it. No point in games anymore, right? If you're watching this now, You already know that my real name is Pierre Chang, and I... Damn it, Lara! Just take him outside! Please! I have one chance at this. And I am a professor of theoretical astrophysics from Ann Arbor, Michigan. I was brought to the godforsaken island years ago to conduct experiments and study the Kerr metric solution of the Einstein field equations, and to, if I can keep this pinhole open long enough, you should be receiving my message roughly 30 years. If you're this now, the American president is a man named George W. Bush. You share digital information instantaneously on something called internet. And unfortunately, my colleagues and I are all dead. Kind of violent purge, one that we are apparently powerless to escape. This information comes to me from a source that has proven itself to be credible.
None of that matters. Doesn't matter. Just get to it. Please.
Regardless, if this transmission is successful, it's proof the work I've been doing here is valid. This place, it has extraordinary properties. I'm begging you, no matter what's happened, it's imperative that the Dharma Initiative be reconstituted. You have to continue the research, and you have to do it now. Time is not just of the essence. It is the essence. Perhaps you'll be able to find a way to save us, to change the past, and to... Please, please. You have to stop what's about to happen. You can't let us...
This is useless. All right? It's useless. They're never gonna see this, Pierre. How do I turn this off? What
are you doing?
How do you turn it off?
We all know what happened. The Dharma Initiative failed. And in spite of every effort of the Foundation, we are gripped in the tyranny of those 6 numbers. We have tried to change those values by manipulating the environment in many, many ways.